Hi guys, I'm Dihua from Wiser Biker, and today we're at Shimano World again for a demo weekend by Tay Junctions. We have the giant road bikes here today for us to test out, and I'll be testing two models. One of them is the Giant Propel 2023 model, and another one is the Giant TCR, also the latest of the TCR series. First of all, thanks to Tay Junction for organizing this event, because it's hard for us to get a chance to test these two bikes. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We have some Propel models that are fitted with different setup, and of course, obviously, they are also in different paint jobs. So like for example, this one, we've got the Propel Advanced Pro, which is fitted with the Shimano Ultegra Di2, and it has got the SLR1 wheel set. This color is called the Supernova color. Now, the whole weight of this bike, as stated here, for an M size is 7.66 kg. That is really light for an aero bike. And well, if you're interested in the price, this is 8,299 Singapore dollars. The next one we've got here is a custom model. It's the Propel Advanced SL. Now, this is the SL grade composite frame. The color of this bike is called Swirly Galaxy. Well, as you can see, this got very beautiful paint job. It's really like you can see some wave pattern inside it. It makes it really dreamy. It's fitted with the Shimano Dura Ace Di2 12-speed, and of course with a power meter. For the wheel set, it is fitted with the Cadex 50. If you thought the previous model was light, this is crazy light. It's 6.95 kg for a size M bike. Of course, and that includes the bottle cage. Whoa. And of course, whenever we come for giant events, we will see these beautiful leaf bikes as well. And it's really nice because they are specially designed and built for female riders, because it's not easy to find a brand that caters just for female. Take a look at the Leaf Advanced Pro model, and we've got a frame that is built with the advanced grade composite. For the color, well, this is something that I never come across before. It's carbon iridescent. For the grip set, we've got the Shimano Ultegra Di2 12-speed fitted on, and wheel set, we've got the SLR1 50mm carbon wheel set. The weight of this bike now with bottle cage is 7.6 kg, and the size is XS. And here we got the Leaf Advanced SL model, and this is fitted with Shimano Dura Ace Di2 12-speed group set. Now, as for the paint job, it's so beautiful. It's got floral paint and big one, bold ones all over the fork and the frame. And the name of this collection is actually called the Blanc collections. Look at this, it's really like a dress for a lady. It's so beautiful. We got the Cadex 50 wheel set here, and the whole bike for this XS frame size weighs 7.22 kg. Price is 14,500 Singapore dollars. Whoa, look at this. The Cadex tri-bike. Like this. Oh my god, the design of this bike doesn't look like a bike. It looks like some F1 racing bike to me. It's like, oh my god, look at the frame and the fork. This just how thick this is. It looks super aerodynamic. This Cadex Tri uses a T1000 carbon fiber. For the fork, we've got the Cadex Tri Aero Dual Crown, and also T1000 carbon fiber. The color is Silver Rush Aurora Hologram. Wow, so if you look at it at different angle, it does give you a different shade. Got the Shimano Dura Ace Di2 12-speed group set fitted on. As for the wheel set, we've got the Cadex 4-spoke wheel set in front and the Aero Ds at the back. The other model that I'll be testing today is the Giant TCR. We've got two of them here. This is the TCR Advanced Pro 1 this version, and it's fitted with the Shimano 105 Di2 12-speed group set. For the wheel set, we've got the SLR1 36mm wheels here. The color that we've got here is the H denim. This one is a size S frame, and for the whole bike it weighs 7.75 kilo. For this setup, you can get it for $5,900. Now here is the top tier model for the Zhiyun TCR, as suggested by the price tag is 12,500 Singapore dollars. Now what we got here, the TCR Advanced SL0 group set is fitted with the top Shimano Dura-Ace Di2 12-speed system. And for the wheel set, we've got the KDEX 50, and this got a very simple color, and that is the carbon color. Now we got an M size frame here, and the weight is incredible. It's 6.72 kilo. First, on the Zhiyun Propel, when I tried to do a short spring, the acceleration was rapid and the bike remained very stable, even when I tried to pedal as hard as I could. It could hold speed very well too. I took less effort to hold it at 30 km per hour than my usual bike. And the amazing part was that it rolled so smoothly that I didn't realize I was riding faster than usual. The steering was firm, but definitely not dull. It was surprisingly easy to negotiate tight corners. I would imagine such aero bike would be harsh to ride, but not at all for the Zhiyun Propel. In fact, it was very pleasant and comfortable, even when passing through some of the rougher sections of the roads along the way. Next, on the TCR, it was a totally different feeling. It was limber and lively, while not explosive as the Propel at the springs, but definitely quick and agile. The steering felt lighter, and on the whole, I felt more laid back. It was really comfortable riding on the TCR. While it's difficult for me to pinpoint what I like most about the TCR, it has a very good balance in all the areas, but I think it can excel on climbs because when I try to ride off saddle, it sprint forward very spontaneously. And pity I don't get any climbs today, but I'm sure I will enjoy dancing with this TCR on any brutal climbs. Okay, so I'm done with my ride, and I've got Owen here, who is from Tay Junction, and he will tell me more about the bikes that I've just tested on. Now, Owen, just now I test both the Propel as well as the TCR. Now let's start with the Propel because that's the first bike that I rode on, and I have this very weird feeling, you know, when I was on the Propel and I try to accelerate. And it seems like the bike just picks up very fast. The bike seems to be immune to the wind and is cutting through the wind, but leaving my body behind. So I only feel the drag on the upper body, but it is like moving so smoothly. And why is that so?
For the Propel, this is what Zhiyun offers for their aerodynamic road bike.
Right.
So for road bike, usually there's three factors, right? Lightweight, aerodynamic, and compliance. So this is the aero one.
Okay.
The aero also usually tend to be the stiffest.
Okay.
So you can see that the down tube here, this chunky down tube here, is really big and goes down to the power core. What Zhiyun calls their bottom bracket area, they call it a power core technology. So it's actually quite big. Maybe the drive side, the chainring is blocking, but from the other side you can see it's quite big for aero road bike compared to like the TCR that you've ridden. Right. So that's part of the probably why the acceleration, that surge you feel is attributed to that. And then I think the model you tried is also that's not using the best carbon wheel yet, but it's a high profile wheel.
Okay.
So
yeah, 50.
at higher speed you find the coasting is better, but maybe later you have a chance you can let you try the carbon wheel also.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sure.
then that one will feel even faster.
Okay.
Another reason why you probably find that the Propel accelerates faster is also compared to the previous gen. This year's Propel, they went through a bit of a slimming program on the top tube, the seat tube, and your seat stays here. Mainly these two parts. So that's where most of the weight saving come from. But in addition to that, it's also the cockpit. So guys who are familiar with the previous generation Propel, right, the cockpit is much chunkier. Right? Now they have simplified it. It's still fully internally routed, but they've simplified it so much that I would say it's even better than some of the other brands out there who do fully integrated cabling. Because like even changing a stem on this guy is the same as changing for a non-fully integrated bike. Some of them you'll see that I have to pull out all the brake hose and everything, not for the Propel.
So it's a lot more if you want to do some alteration on it or some personalization or even bike fitting on it, it should be a lot more easier to do, right?
Yeah. Traveling with it will also be easier.
That's
one of the key things.
Traveling on that. Okay, this is in comparison with the TCR. So when I rode both of them, now at first I feel that the Propel didn't accelerate as fast. But when I look at the stats, the numbers was different. The numbers telling me that actually I was able to accelerate faster on this compared to the TCR. But it's just like I accelerate without knowing that I'm accelerating.
Okay.
But for the TCR, I can feel that it kind of jumps a bit, and it's like the feedback is more obvious. Any reason why that I get this feeling?
It's true, probably because the TCR is more, other than the frame being lighter itself, the geometry plays a bigger role in this. Because for the Propel geometry, right, the top tube is not a sloping design, it's not a compact frame design.
Right.
It's more aero. So what happens is that you probably feel yourself like maybe you're leaning forward more often. So when you're leaning forward, you won't feel like it's twitchy. The front is twitchy because your weight is on the front.
It's incredibly stable and firm.
So like for sprinting, it'll be good for that. But if let's say for compared to TCR, slightly more laid back sitting, so that's more nimble. So maybe you find it more likely. It's easier to control.
Right.
But it also makes it more comfortable to sit on and climb all day compared to the Propel. I mean, our terrain here, we're like Shimano Cycling World, around here is all flat. You don't get to try climbing. Not that the Propel is not a good climber since now it's so light, but it's just comparatively speaking, the TCR feels more like a bike that you can sit on and climb all day.
So I got my mystery solved, and finally, I was really disturbed by how come I have that weird feeling on those bikes. But now that you explain it, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's like driving a sports car versus driving a Mini, where it is just like more fun and more makes you want to dance, that kind of feeling. This is really grounded to the road and is really built for speed. This event itself, is it something new that you guys are doing, or have you all always been doing like bike demos and all that?
Okay, so for this demo weekend, I've been doing since like 2019. 2020, 2021, we couldn't do it because of COVID. 2022, we do it right after COVID reopened. I mean, the response was a bit low. I think we are not out in the clear yet.
Right.
The public, we're all still very health conscious.
Yes.
This year, actually, the feedback is much better. A lot of people are joining. We don't make our purchase decision like 1 year ahead of time. We feel that we want to try to let you do some tryouts. Sometimes in store, it's very difficult because when it gets crowded, we can't possibly let you try multiple bikes. What we normally do is we put it on the trainer for you to use. But over here, what we try to do now is that if you sign up for, let's say, a TCR store demo, right? A store demo, right? You can try out that day. And then if let's say next month, you want to, maybe you go home, do some research and you say, hey, how about I try a Propel? So next month you can try the Propel, you book for the session again. It's from stores, then we just write up from the store. So the store demo, right, is something that we are trying to do once a month. For this year, we started, I think, April or May. Every month you can do it from our stores. For people who have been, keeping a close eye on it, you'll realize that you only get the TCR and the Lengma, the ladies version of the TCR. Propel is making its debut for the demo rides over here. Subsequently, in the coming months, we'll be listing the Propel for you to do the store demo rides as well.
This is good news to us because cyclists, if you're interested to try it out, you can. This is a very, very good chance to do so because the bike is simply brilliant, and before you want to make the decision, you can actually try it out and see if which one you like it more. Because there's this really big debate about TCR and Propel, which one you should get.
Now they say a Propel get lighter, should I even still get a TCR?
Look, after
there's
trying,
still a difference.
Yeah, after trying, I say if you can buy both. Yeah, that's right. All right, Owen. So thank you very much for having us here today.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for and teaching us and educating us on all the technology behind the bikes as well. Okay, so let us know if you got more of these events in the future. Keep us posted. All right.